So, well, it's interesting to see because AI is. We have been talking about AI like it's been since ChatGPT has come, but before that we had all this discussion about machine learning and all the discussion about deep learning. I remember when like 2014 when I were first time I heard about deep learning, and they were talking about, oh, this guy can understand images and transform image in text, say describe an image. So that's amazing. It was a curious work from a great scientist, and they say, cool. From that time, like 2014 to today, 2025, what looks like the things changed completely, right? But
Mhm.
how do you compare where we were 10 years ago from to what we are now?
And I don't know if I will be able to answer that question very precisely because
Mhm.
you know
How do you feel?
it's an interesting question in the sense that do stop to think about many companies are still eating like the basic. They're still doing the basic. Some companies are still struggling with basic problems like uh, developing their processes. So there are many opportunities in the ERP spaces, or they're still struggling to make their collaborators to use their CRMs well and finding the information. Or even some companies are still struggling with content management systems. So think about it. Uh, we are in a world that simultaneously is still learning the things that were like the mainstream 10 years ago,
Hmm.
and technology emerges. And eventually, this new technology will eat all those problems, and they will solve those problems in a different approach. So, um, like we have a lot of, as you said, we have a lot of improvements in the last 10 years. But now the technology is approaching in a way that people is not going to operate those tools or have to learn more stuff, because this is the biggest struggle in many businesses. But the tools will help us to, okay, this is based on the data that I have, based on the data that your business is providing. I think AI can provide things that is not imaginable from the way we approach the problems today. But now it's that old joke. Okay, before we had one problem, now we have AI, we have two problems, because all those struggles in the mainstream CRM, ERP, blah blah blah, things that are still problems in the businesses. Now we have AI in the equation. You know, so
Yeah,
how
but
as a
actually,
professional
I think that the
go ahead.
sorry, sorry.
How as professional do we position ourselves like on this scenario?
Exactly. That's the point. When you put AI is not a solution to a problem. It's a solution looking for a problem,
Exactly.
right? So as we have seen this before, like technology come and they are looking to apply that technology to a problem, right? It's not that it's not new. We as engineers we like to do this kind of thing. Like we find something fancy and then we try to apply that to a problem and try to solve a problem with that. And sometimes we over engineer for to get to this, right? And sometimes no, and many times. And you comment about ARP, CRM, CMS, all these guys, they are there, and people still struggling with it. It's still with AI or not, right? So when we think about the future, we can say, okay, what? Let's try to narrow this a little for our roles, like software engineers, because
Mhm.
when we start thinking about like all the market, we have many jobs